Okay, so I think I want to talk about my favorite subject in the world to talk about. And that'd probably be awkwardness. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there are so many things in my life that are turning out to be extremely awkward. For instance, this just happened about 3 minutes ago, but when you're friends with somebody of like the opposite gender, and then they kind of drop little hints or giant hints to the fact that they have a crush on you, and then you're kind of like, well, I don't really like you that way, so I don't really want to say it back, you know? So then it's like you kind of have that awkward moment where you like see them in the hallway and they smile at you, and then you're kind of like, oh, hi, what's up? Mm, yeah. Well, I was just IMing this guy, and he's been really into me for like months, but I was seeing people. And so I was like, oh, look, I can't date you because I'm not single. Well, for once, I've been single a total of like 3 days. And so, of course, immediately after single went up on Facebook, he started talking to me. Well, he just asked me out. Like on IM on Facebook. And I'm not exactly a fan of his. That's pretty awkward. But that's okay. That's okay, we're friends. Friends. Awkward friends. You know what else is awkward? When like you're in a classroom and there's people like sitting behind you and they're like talking about like one of your best friends or something, and they're just like, blah 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 about this person, angry stuff. And then you're kind of like, oh, that's my best friend. That's a little awkward. When your teacher is like writing on the board, and then all of a sudden you look up, she's like a whole bunch of like armpit sweat. That's awkward. When you have a crush on this guy or girl, hey, and you dated him, or something, and then like you kind of broke up, but it wasn't like really a big deal. But then like you see him with, or her, with somebody else, and you're kind of like, that should be me. And then like you kind of end up glaring at them, and then they look at you, and then they kind of like ask you later on, maybe like in a text message or something, why are you giving me that weird look? And you kind of have to be like, oh, I don't know, I didn't know that I was. That too. Extremely awkward. Those are the kind of awkward things that happen to me. Or when your best friend starts talking about how hot a guy is and you like him. Or when you see that one chick and she's like really ugly and gross and she kind of smells, and she's like somehow dating that really hot tall guy. Yeah, how does that happen? That's a little awkward. When you and your friends are talking about something like, oh, I don't know, for girls maybe it's our time of the month, or relations or something like that, and then you look and somebody's kind of listening to your conversation, around you. You can kind of tell because they're kind of like looking at you, and you're kind of like, oh, thanks for listening. That's great of you. Other awkward things. What do you guys think is awkward? Because I'm sure everybody has a lot of awkward moments. Because I know I do. It got awkward and I keep like leaning into the computer. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm so pretty. No, I'm not, but that also looks like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. That's a little awkward. I don't even wear that much eyeliner, but it looks like, ooh. Ooh. That too was also awkward. So, yeah, I don't know. I just want to talk about awkward things like that. You and your friends kind of have those awkward moments where like you're saying something Oh my gosh, no, I got the best one ever. When you're in a classroom, you and your best friend are like talking about something really, really like risky, let's say, for school, and all of a sudden, like, the classroom gets really, really quiet right as you say the worst part of your sentence, and then everybody just kind of stares at you because they're like, oh my god. Now that right there is awkward. Well, anyways, that was my awkward talk. I just kind of felt like sharing that because I'm a little creeped out by this guy because he's still IMing me and I can see it like on my other tab. And it's kind of creeping me out. So I guess I better go talk to him. Fun, fun. Okay. Bye, YouTube.